Hello everyone, my name is Deirdre Garrity Benjamin and I am your instructor usually for any of the courses that I teach. So Geography 103, Environmental Conservation, or Physical Geography. I teach all three at the college. This is an instructional video, so I am just doing it in a geography course, but it pertains to all of the courses that I teach. And will probably pertain mostly to online students. So many of you are taking an online class with me, and some of you, this is the first time you've ever logged in to take an online course. So this is actually going to be a video on how you can succeed in this course. When you log on Canvas, you'll actually come to this course. I'm in as a test student, so I'm kind of showing you from the student view what you're going to look at. If you look up here, this will tell you all of your courses you're taking for that specific semester. So, you know, some of your other instructors may load information in Canvas as well, and so you can see all of the courses that you need. Over here, it will actually tell you all the things that you have coming up in all of the classes that you're taking. So it actually lists it out block by block. Also, if you had any feedback, so when I write comments to you, some of that we can come up in here as well. So when you log on, this is all over here to your right, so you'll actually get to see all of that. Over here you can see this is your home page. You'll hear me reference, look at the course. Are you using the modules tool? So here's the home page, and this is exactly what you'll see on the home page. You'll actually see me and my kids, and then you'll actually see a syllabus. You can also find the syllabus over here on the syllabus tab. Make sure that's the first thing you read through in this course. And it tells you the outcomes for this course and the texts or any of the additional films that are required for my courses. If you look here, this is the syllabus, and here is where the syllabus is located. You can download a Word copy of the syllabus. In some of my other courses, I actually have it copied and pasted in there, and then if you want a cleaner version, you can use the, you can download a Word document. But if you see here are all of the assignments that are due throughout the semester, and over here you'll see how they're weighted. So this is exactly what's on the syllabus, but of course you want to make sure you read the syllabus in detail. One of the important things I want to highlight to you in all of my syllabi for all of the classes that I teach is the fact that I don't believe in excuses. I know there's a lot that goes on in people's lives, but I give dropped grades, and so those dropped grades will counteract if you're having a bad week in terms of, an emergency happening in your life, etc. If you're going to miss more than 1 week of course in any of the courses that I teach, you may want to rethink taking the class. We move quickly, there's a lot of information, and so if you fall behind, it becomes really difficult. So really take that into account when you're thinking of taking my courses. If you're a person who's prone to excuses or health problems, etc., my course may not be the best for you because I just don't tolerate excuses. So just think about that before you take the course. If you look here, this is going to be the tool that we use most in this course, which is the modules tool. There's also the grades tab. The grades tab, I have another video that's under the modules tool that will tell you how to use the grades tab. But if you click here on the modules, you'll actually see how everything is outlined. All of my courses are outlined in the same fashion. So no matter what course you're taking of mine, either it's environmental or geography course, they're all laid out the same way. The first module that you always see in all my courses is this course information module. And this course information module will tell you exactly my requirements for all the submittals. So my requirements for an assignment submittal are here. It is a Word document that tells you exactly my expectations. How to submit an assignment is rather screenshots, step-by-step screenshots. So if you need a visual kind of way to see that, you can go here. Directions for how do you submit an initial form post with an example. Directions for how do you make, how do you submit a response post, and then screenshots on actually how to do that. And then there's the citing references document, which is really important in my class, and that is how do you cite sources. All of your initial posts require sources, sources I have given you actually. So sources I have given you, and then you incorporate them into your post. So that's absolutely necessary. A web link is not a properly cited source. So if you put a web link at the end of your initial post, you will not receive credit for your post. That is not proper MLA citation. So if you do not know how to use in-text citations or how to properly cite in MLA formatting, make sure you use the Citing References tool. Also, you'll actually see up here, I'm in as a test student, but you as a student will actually see an inbox up here. This is how I'm going to email you. Every week I send out a roundup. Make sure you read the roundup every single week. It will help you for your midterm and your finals in some of my classes. So make sure you read it. It will summarize the week. It will tell you what's due the following week. So make sure you read and go into your inbox. Make it a habit. You can actually go to the settings tool in here, and you can actually forward your email to your home email account. If that's you and you have a smartphone, that's probably your best option. So each week you're going to actually move through from top to bottom. So all of my courses are set up the same. So session 1. In the introduction, if you click on here, this is usually where I have the objectives for each week. What will this session cover? Sorry, in this course here I don't have it, but I will have like a word description of what we will be covering, kind of in paragraph format. And then it'll tell you what's due. So read chapter 1 and the additional materials, make an initial post by Wednesday, a response by Friday, and take a quiz on chapter 1. I mean, this tells you exactly what's due for the week, so you will not miss that due date issue in Canvas. And so what that is the fact that if you just use this calendar tool up here, you're actually going to miss due dates in my class. Do not use this calendar tool. Do not use it in my class. And the reason for this is why. All of my initial posts are due by Wednesday, 11:59 in this class. If you use the calendar tool, it will show you the due date for the post is actually due at Friday. And the reason for that is Canvas will not allow me to put 2 due dates in the system, so I have to use the latter due date. If you use the calendar tool, you will think your initial and response posts are due by Friday. That is not correct. You will receive half points because you have missed the initial post. Do not use the calendar tool. Make sure you go through the requirements each week, and that way you won't miss any deadlines. So start at the top, read the description. Then what I would do is take out my textbook. I would read the chapter and follow along with the PowerPoint. Now in my environmental conservation class, I will actually give you notes on each PowerPoint that tell you a description of the actual PowerPoint slide, and it's text format. So you will do that. I also, in my geography courses, I will actually be doing these sorts of videos to follow along with the PowerPoint. So you'll start to see different kind of formats. Make sure you click through each thing, each session, and then you won't miss anything. So chapter 1, the PowerPoint, and then you're going to read along in the text. And then here are the additional readings I want you to do. And these additional readings actually are what help you answer the forum question. So if I click on the forum, you'll actually see here is the forum. Here are the outcomes that you will kind of reach by answering these questions. So you're going to pick one of these 4 questions to answer in the forum. Please understand that if 9 students have already answered one of these questions by the time you get in there to answer it, you cannot answer that question. It is considered out of play and you will need to find a different question. There's no question saving either. So don't go in there and post the question as if you're going to be the one who answered. No. You actually have to answer the question in order for it to be considered answered. Okay, so you would answer one of the 4 questions, being that 9 students haven't answered it yet. And what you do is you hit in here, you would type in the question and then your answer below. Make sure it meets the standards for submittal, so the directions for initial post. And then let's say I'm going to type in something here and I submit my, oops, oh my goodness. And I hit post reply. And then if I am somebody who's responding to this, let's say I like this person's thing and I want to respond back, then I would hit there. I don't start a new post. I just kind of hit there. So if you're responding to a student, that's what you do. So you would If you're answering a question, you submit here. If you are responding to another student, you respond under their post. Okay, so that's, now remember, all initial posts in this class are due by Wednesday. The response post is due by Friday. After I have done this, then I will go to the I will actually go to the quiz. So Sunday by midnight, quizzes are due. So if you are in my 7-week environmental conservation or my 10-week online environmental conservation courses, these are actually going to require more than one quiz due each week because the semester is condensed. But in terms of this course here, you'll actually see one quiz is due in session 1. And I would click on the quiz and I would take it. Now remember, the quizzes are due by 11:59 on Sundays. So the best option to use is the modules tool. I promise you, if you use this calendar tool and you're not, and you don't know what's going on in the course, you will not pass my course. Because remember, you only receive half credit for the initial post and half credit for the response post of the points each week. So if, let's say, this forum post is worth 10 points. If I make the initial if I miss the initial post and I make the response post, then I only get 5 points. And remember, if you miss the deadline, you get a 0. So even if you say on Friday, oh, I missed the deadline, but here's my initial post, I'm not even going to read it. You still get a 0 for it, for that portion of it. So you can only get 5 points. So make sure that you are meeting the Wednesday 11:59 deadline for your initial post. Also, here is the quiz that's due each week as well. Now, in some of my other classes, you'll have assignments due as well. All of that can be found in the module. So if you have an assignment due, or in this case, in this geography course, you have a paper due. So you'll actually see my modules are all lined up with everything. Look, here's when your final draft is due. So you'll see all of this information by using this modules tool. Please use the modules tool. Do not use the calendar tool at the top of your page. Also, you can see the video for the grades tab, which will be located under this course information tab. So if you have questions about how to use the grades tab, you can click on that video as well. So this is how you succeed in my course, is move from top to bottom each week, and I promise you, you will miss nothing in my course.